And if you get too much of a bonus and too much of compensation out there, it actually starts falling off. You don't get that much of a better performance at all.
Hello Max, and thank you for joining us again for the 4th interview in our series of interviews. So following on from our talk on leadership, where do you place the importance of rewards and recognition?
Thanks, Jack. It's good to be back again. Of course, we've been talking about this whole servicizer leadership model and concept, and as a 5-pillar model, this one is, of course, the rewards and the recognition. And now, what's really important and that we realize is that it's not all about the monetary compensation. Of course, you got to reward your employees with the right incentives and with the right salary level. You should never go below, and that should always be there as a matter of course. But then after that, there's a lot of other factors that more connects to the intrinsic motivations that we have. And when we start talking about motivations, employee satisfaction and engagement, then it's important to start talking about how does that work, and is it more than the monetary? And of course it is, because it's more than carrots and sticks. And I've been watching the great TED Talk from Dan Pink when he starts talking about this survey that MIT did a few years ago on behalf of the Federal Reserve Bank. And they tested students, and then they went to India to test as well to see if you give more rewards, will it actually help and will it improve performance? And what they realized is that as long as you need just the mechanical skills and you don't challenge employees much more than that, then increasing the bonuses, rewards in the right way, and you get better performance. But as soon as you need even the most rudimentary cognitive skills, then all of a sudden the whole dynamics change. And if you get too much of a bonus and too much of compensation out there, it actually starts falling off, and you don't get that much of a better performance at all. So that's quite shocking to start with, but it then again connects to the importance of, motivation, employee satisfaction, and the engagement.
So how can businesses better incentivize their workers so that they achieve a better success?
Right, so obviously again, as you know, I'm really obsessed about engagement, and it connects back to the engagement level up. First of all, both performance and productivity goes up when you got engaged employees. They perform, 2 to 2.5 times better. Organizations that have engaged employees, and so the competitive advantage is clear there. And I had, during one of my seminars a little while ago, one of the managers asked me, because we talk about mindset and engagement and the importance of it, and they said, well, my employees have a contract and they have to perform according to that, and they're being paid, so I'm expecting them to do exactly what they're asked to do, and that should be fine. That, if you want the basic performance, yes. But if you want people to get up in the morning and really feel like going to work and do their very best and wanting to be at work, then you need to really get to these motivations, intrinsic motivations, and change that whole dynamic, really. And engaged employees are 87% more likely to actually stay at work. So that's another really important aspect of it.
So what specific things can they do to actually engage people more?
Right. So one of the key aspects here is the fact that 1 out of 2 employees feel that they are not being communicated to truthfully and openly and efficiently in terms of what management shares with them. And I think sharing information and promoting that between employees, but also from leadership, and go step a little bit beyond this need-to-know basis, share what the company's all about, share why we're doing what we're doing. I think that's a power dynamic that needs to change, and we need to be much more open about that. So that's one of the number 1 things to do. So the second part is you really got to recognize your people whenever you get a chance to do it, right? A pat on the shoulder, just saying that, good job, does not cost anything at all, is totally free, and you're not going to get in trouble with anybody if you're genuine about it when you communicate that and when you share that with your employees and you really show them that you appreciate what they do, and you don't only communicate with them when they've done something wrong or where there is additional performance needed. So that, I think, is a very simple, basic thing that a lot of leaders and managers just forget about. They're too busy or whatever it is, right? And as a final thing to remember is that, Einstein used to say, we can't solve our problems thinking the way that we used to when we actually originally created these problems, right? So we really need to change our mindset in terms of how can we reward and incentivize in the right way, as how far down can we actually customize and offer it as an individual basis. What kind of rewards and incentives do you need as a person, as an employee? And if you break it down to the direct manager, line manager, and the employee, and allow them to work that out a little bit more, you're going to start engaging your people on a whole different level.
Max, as always, a pleasure.
Pleasure.
And thank you for watching. And if you like this video and would like to see more from Max, be sure to stay with us here at Dukascopy TV.